Before I go, I want to bring your guys' attention to some lawsuits that recently dropped.
Now look, iDubbbz, I'm going to ask you a pretty simple and straightforward question. Do you think that's a really good idea to do that? Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new Stop Meal video, and in today's video, we've finally got more iDubbbz content. I've been let out of that chamber of a world without iDubbbz content because iDubbbz has recently released a brand new video, and no, it has nothing to do with what was said in the intro. It's about immigration. And no, I'm not kidding.
Today's episode of iDubbbz Complains is all about immigration and xenophobia and racism and TikTok and the TikTokification of xenophobia.
I'm sorry, I don't think anybody was there sitting there wondering and cheering and hoping for iDubbbz to drop a video on this topic. Nobody wanted this, nobody cares for this, it's funny as fuck. And this video is an absolute train wreck, by the way, and I'm not even covering said video. I'm covering what he speaks about towards the end of the video because that's 10 times more interesting than the absolute waffle that he goes on during this video. You're probably sitting there wondering why I've decided to cover iDubbbz yet again. There's no new updates and this video is seemingly boring. Well, towards the end of the video, he brings up the Klein lawsuits against Denims, Frogan, and Caseytron. Again, I don't know what he was thinking, because for one, nobody wants his input on this. Nobody's asked, oh yeah, I wonder what iDubbbz thinks of this. And secondly, he's just doing more bad than good here. What's he actually trying to achieve by talking about this? And I'm going to play this clip now, and it's insane. The amount that he says in this 40 seconds that's worth breaking down is just mental to me.
Before I go, I want to bring your guys' attention to some lawsuits that recently dropped. Frogan, Denims, and Caseytron have all been sued, and they are trying to fight this off. I really believe in their cases, and I think it's important to either set a precedent or send a message that just because you're fucking rich and powerful doesn't mean that you can bully people on the internet, doesn't mean you can bully women, minorities, or fucking people who are poorer than you. And I think it would be good if they can continue to fight this off. So I'm gonna put the links to their GoFundMes down below.
Oh look, I've played the clip in its entirety without intercutting it because I don't want to be called out for cutting context. It's a pretty short clip, so I can do that. But now I want to break it down step by step and talk about the misinformation and just the absolute absurdity in that like 40-second clip. And there's a lot of it, which is insane because it's a 40-second fucking clip.
Before I go, I want to bring your guys' attention to some lawsuits that recently dropped. Frogan, Denims, and Caseytron.
I don't understand why, for one, he's even decided to promote these and speak about this towards the end of this video in particular in the first place. I think that's an absolutely outrageously dumb move on his part. And secondly, it's way too late. I don't know why he's promoting these. They are so far in the process of the lawsuits and what's going on at the moment. There is just simply 0 point in what he's doing currently. They are getting no money towards his GoFundMes in the first place, and you really think iDubbbz's video that has gained 15,000 views in the first hour is really going to contribute to any more money going towards that way, especially when, as you're going to see later, the large amount of people watching this video are just shitting on him? No, he's not going to raise any money for these people. It's hilarious. And you know as well, the only reason that iDubbbz is now doing this and trying to virtual signal with this GoFundMe is because he doesn't like Klein, and that's it. He doesn't care whatever the lawsuit's about. He doesn't give a shit about Frogan or Caseytron. He might actually care just a little bit about Denims. He doesn't care. He's doing this to try and boost himself and trying to gain favor with the Hassan crowd.
Have all been sued, and they are trying to fight this off. I really believe in their cases.
You could genuinely not say that less convincingly, and if you genuinely believed in their cases and wanted to promote these, you'd think that you'd actually just give a little bit more detail about what these GoFundMes are for, what the lawsuit's about, and just explain it briefly. It doesn't have to be too long. I mean, damn, this clip's only 40 seconds. You know, he could probably take another 20 seconds to just quickly explain what it's about. Because no, he's a disingenuous person, and even if you disagree or agree, as soon as he explains it, for one, he probably has no idea what this is about, and secondly, lots of people would just be turned off instantly by going to their GoFundMe to give these people money.
And I think it's important to either set a precedent or send a message that just because you're fucking rich and powerful doesn't mean that you can bully people on the internet.
Again, that is an incredibly disingenuous view and take to have on these Klein lawsuits. I'm not somebody who entirely agrees with these lawsuits. I do to a certain extent, but like I've said previously, I do have my disagreements and I've been outwards in speaking about them. I've stuck up for Klein quite a lot on this channel, but when it came to these lawsuits, I did have an issue with how it was being being handled and some of the things within. But that is an incredibly disingenuous framing, just trying to frame it like Ethan Klein is some rich and powerful guy who just wants to bully these little kind of content creators online, acting like they haven't actually done anything.
That doesn't mean you can bully women, minorities, or fucking people who are poorer than you.
So what iDubbbz is doing here is he's doing what a lot of these other Hassan shitters are doing, which is trying to brand H3 as a misogynist and a racist for this, trying to claim that he's targeting women and minorities because he's a racist and misogynist person, instead of the fact that he's just targeting these people because it aligns with what his lawsuit is actually about. These people just default to keywords and things like misogynistic, racist, targeting women, and all of these type of things to deflect any criticism without actually having to explain the situation. Because as soon as these people say that, everybody else's monkey brain just kicks in and goes, okay, well, of course, Ethan Klein is a bad person. This person who is suing these people is a bad person because he's only doing it because they are a woman or they are a minority. Of course, it is blatantly not the case. It's a disingenuous, disgusting framing of it and just quite outright a lie.
And I think it would be good if they can continue to fight this off. So I'm going to put the links to their GoFundMes down below.
I honestly don't know what iDubbbz is doing here, right? Because his framing is so disingenuous and it's very clear he's just trying to come across as self-righteous, that he's bigging these smaller channels up that are getting oppressed by this giant, rich, powerful man who's targeting minorities and women. That's the narrative he's trying to craft, and he's trying to act like some giant white savior. I'm also confused. Does he genuinely think that people are going to watch long enough in this video to get to the end to see that he is promoting these GoFundMes and bigging them up? Because not many people will. Many people will just watch other people's coverage of this video. People aren't going to sit through this video with iDubbbz. People don't like iDubbbz, and I just don't think he's caught that memo because this video is doing nothing to promote these GoFundMes. I mean, this sentiment is only echoed further by the comments on this video. The comments on this video are basically all dogging on iDubbbz. There's a few that's genuinely about the topic of the video. Otherwise, a lot of them are just absolutely ripping this guy apart. This comment section about to go crazy, which at the time of recording almost has the same amount of likes as the video. Nah, but are you scared of accountability? Are you scared of paying your female fighters equally to the male fighters? Again, I don't know what he was thinking with this video, because at the moment it's just fueling the hatred towards iDubbbz even further. People want him to address the Creator Clash stuff. Creator Clash has gone up in flames, it's been cancelled, it's been absolute weeks at this point, and iDubbbz has basically said absolutely fuck all outside of his Discord server. People want him to address these issues, but he's not going to. He's a disingenuous You can tell this video was Anissa's idea, not his. This is like Hillary Clinton trying to be funny. This dude is acting like nothing happened and didn't steal money from charity or ruin his own career. Simply crazy the amount of comments that bring up Creator Clash, the charity elements, the accountability, all of this type of stuff. And then there's also a mixture of people that have stumbled across this video, or people that just genuinely disagree with what iDubbbz is saying in the context of this video, outside of stuff like Creator Clash and all these other controversies, which is hilarious. He's getting attacked from all sides, even about the context of his video. iDubbbz got the worst ending of his crew. Aren't you one of the rich people who stole from poorer people? Crazy, because that could mean several things. That could mean the charities, that could mean the fighters that were going to fight on Creator Clash, that could mean so many different things. It's hilarious. Thank you, iDubbbz. Your empathy is even bigger than usual in this video. What is Anissa's husband yapping about today? Do not sue people, but sending skulls to people's homes and calling CPS and creators kids is fine. You have a warped view. Pay your coaches the money you owe them. I mean, he is simply just getting mauled in these comments, and I mean, it's the way he's also decided to come back. Regardless of how he came back, right, he was always going to get attacked viciously by people, but it's the fact that not only did he not mention Creator Clash getting cancelled and bring up any of the critiques that he's been facing, he shouted out Denims, Frogan's and Caseytron's GoFundMes and was incredibly disingenuous and basically flat out lied whilst he was doing it. So of course he was only going to get mauled alive even further. He genuinely did the worst possible thing of all time, and if he had sent this to anybody and said, do you think this is a good idea, you better hope that people would have said, no, don't do this. This is the most idiotic thing that you could possibly do in your current situation. Telling people they're racist while also being friends with terrorist supporters. This shit be wild. The only reason I'm still hanging around is to see the inevitable divorce arc. Just look at the state of this comment section. Guys, be nice to iDubbbz. His wife only lets him out of his cage for a few hours every month to film videos so she can get paid. Thank you, iDubbbz. Thanks thanks to your wonderful video here, I've learned empathy at 75 years of age. As I draw my final breaths, I can pass this mortal coil knowing I'm a good person. Thanks, my friend. Love the new setup, man. The exposed electrical sockets at the top right really pulled together that lazy basement dweller vibe you're going for. Which is something, yeah, I didn't bring up this video, but like his setting where he is abysmal. It genuinely feels like Anissa snapped, chained him up in their basement and just left him there to rot. I'm scared of my wife telling every embarrassing nuance of my life to everyone online. Charity scammer wants to virtue signal again. That's weird. He didn't say why these poor minority women were being sued lol. He's officially lost the plot. I guess when you become rich enough, you can't relate to the common man and his struggles anymore. Don't you get it, guys? We need a higher empathy level. I've never seen someone try so hard to seem aware while simultaneously showing how unaware they are. Lost me at the end. Frogan, Denims, and Casey are vile. Their behaviour was deliberately malicious, and I hope they're being made of an example of. Ethan being rich and unlikable is irrelevant. And then someone just put simply, please retire. Imagine you're iDubbbz, right? You've got somebody to watch your entire video, right? Somebody as well that despises Ethan Klein, doesn't like Ethan Klein, thinks that, you know, whatever about him. They've watched your video, they've enjoyed it so far, nothing's made them go a bit weird about your content, they've thoroughly enjoyed your video, and then the bit at the end where you big up someone's GoFundMe is the thing that makes them need to comment about it because they disagree with you because you've just picked up 3 people's GoFundMe. That's hilarious to me. And actually, I just went back to check iDubbbz' channel to see if anything else had happened, and iDubbbz, because he's dropped a brand new video, has dropped below 7 million subscribers. I just think that's hilarious. He's uploaded a brand new video which is getting panned for the content itself, it's getting panned for the thing at the end, and then people are just hate watching it, and then he's dropped below, because of that video, 7 million subscribers. That's just fucking hilarious. And everybody watching, what's your thoughts on all of this? Please feel free to comment down below, not only your thoughts on this, but use this as an opportunity to get your thoughts about Creator Clash, iDubbbz, and all the stuff we've spoken about with iDubbbz over the past few months. Please feel free to do that, and once you're done then you must subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future Stop Mule content, as over the next few days we will be covering lots of interesting slopics. But I've been your host Samuel, and I will catch you in the next YouTube video. Goodbye.